have dangerous dogs.
No, ma'am, they're not.
Yes, they are. Read newspapers. Go on Google. Read about it. If you choose to have 2 pit bulls, you are responsible for any damage that they do to other animals or to human beings when they get let out. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand me? You choose to have dogs that can cause serious damage, that have killed children, that have maimed adults, that have killed adults. You want to put yourself and your children in that position. This country allows you to do that. This country, however, does not allow you to visit your stupidity on others. Do I make myself clear? Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all. Out!
Do that, ma'am. I have my own little dog myself. I would never.
This is not a little dog.
I know it's not a little.
This is not a little dog. This is a white pit bull with puppies. That's a triple whammy. I don't want to hear from all you pit bull lovers out there. I don't care. Listen to me. I think anybody that keeps pit bulls are crazy. Okay?
All right. Always enjoy allowing Judge Judy to do my intro. I should do this more often. But specifically on this subject, I wanted her to open things up so that I can share this belief with someone credible in society. She's a judge. And she said this about pit bull lovers.
Anybody that keeps pit bulls are crazy.
Anybody that keeps pit bulls are crazy. Crazy. So this is not a radical idea from I Hate Dogs. Several people agree with Judge Judy. These people are crazy. And they tend to have a shared craziness. It seems to be extreme whenever they're spotted. Dog lovers in general, don't get me wrong. This is the case with dog lovers, but especially so with pit bull lovers. Well, I saw this article today. Where was this? They're talking about removing a pit bull ban. Okay, removing a pit bull ban. I guess the ban has been in place for 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find this story here. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me. I most likely won't be too long, but I wanted to hop on here and chop it up with you all. Yeah, I got some crazy stories for you. You know, this should be a random dog nutter video, to be honest. But this one took the cake. This story took the cake. Now, where is it? What did I do with it? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what in the world did I do with it? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Sorry about that. I don't know how many of you seen this or read about this. Pit bull ban in Prince George's County being challenged in a federal lawsuit. The county's controversial. Now, why they call it controversial is beyond me. 25-year ban on owning pit bull dogs is now being challenged in federal court. Okay, who's challenging it? Who is the wise pit bull lover who's coming to take a stand against this ban. I want to hear some wisdom. If you're talking like this 25-year-old ban and you want to challenge it, I want to hear some wisdom. So let's give the pit bull lover world a chance to speak.
Well, pit bulls are as adorable as they are controversial. Some call them dangerous, others call them family.
That's right. Now Prince George's County's controversy.
Some call them dangerous, others call them family. What in the world? This is a bad start already.
25-year ban on.
Well, let's look at that. Who calls them family? Pit bull lovers. Okay, is that a true statement? You know, you want to look at the mind of pit bull lovers. Well, let's deal with the things that they say. He says some call them dangerous. That's us. Yeah, I call them dangerous. We call them dangerous.
Some call them dangerous.
Well, no. Wait a minute. Whoa. No, I'm not going to let you phrase it like that, dog lovers. I know these journalists are dog lovers. I'm not going to let you frame it like that. Some call them dangerous, others call them family. In other words, you're saying some give an accurate description and others give an inaccurate description. Are they truly dangerous? Yes. Are they family? No. These are facts. That should give you a good idea of who's in their right state of mind and who isn't. Hey, this is not opinion. Anybody who's not dealing with reality, if what they say doesn't correspond with reality, then they have a mental issue. It's as simple as that. You're living in fantasy land. You're living in make-believe land. You are the one who has a screw loose, not us. And look, I hate to denigrate people. And I don't like to be around people who are sarcastic, condescending, always trying to degrade and belittle others. That's not the type of character I have. But with dealing with something this serious, you have to be straightforward, right? You have to be straight up with these people and deal with the facts. What I'm saying is true. People who call pit bulls dangerous are correct. And people who call them family are incorrect.
Others call them family.
That's right. Now Prince George's County's controversial 25-year ban on owning pit bulls.
You see, this is I'm sorry. What I don't like about that is that it suggests that it's an opinion that they're dangerous. Calling them family, everybody knows that that's not true. They're projecting an idea that the people who consider pit bulls dangerous, that's just as much of an idea or an opinion as these dogs being. Don't compare the two. Two totally different things.
Is being challenged in federal court. And it comes after 2 emotional support dogs were taken from a family in Laurel.
Emotional support. These are not even service dogs. Emotional support. There are no laws to protect emotional support dogs. So already this pit nutter is off on the wrong foot. Her case sounds weak already.
And Scott Broom reports they're asking the court to force county leaders to stop enforcing this ban while the case is being heard.
Today, the federal judge in this case basically called a timeout on the idea of ordering Prince George's County to stop enforcing its ban on pit bulls. The postponement for getting an injunction.
Ugh. Why would you want to stop a ban on these overgrown, mutated, hideous, unsightly looking rats? Always got their gross face stuffed on the ground, looking for something to eat. But I digress. My apology. Oh, man. I seriously hate I hate the sight of these things. But I'm telling you, every drop of blood in my body.
Enforcing its ban on pit bulls. The postponement for getting an injunction against the ban was granted after both sides in this case agreed they might be able to.
People, I want y'all to look at something else. Look at this thing just simply standing there breathing. Look at how its whole body seems to vibrate and shake. Look at that.
Getting an injunction against the ban was granted after both sides in this case.
You see that? Its tongue, its mouth, its whole body is just quivering. I'm pointing that out because people, not even the visuals are anything like animals. You don't see this other animals. You don't see animals looking like this. It's only dogs.
An injunction against the ban was granted after both sides in this case agreed they might be.
What animal do you know of that just can't be still?
Be able to settle within a couple of months. County residents Denise Sophia and Stephanie Venero sued in federal court after their two dogs, Bella and Mimi, were seized by county authorities July 7th after the dogs got loose and attacked another dog, causing severe injury, according to county records.
So her dogs broke loose, attacked another dog. Then those dogs got confiscated. They called or labeled the dogs dangerous. So she started a GoFundMe to get the dogs out.
Bella and Mimi have their own Instagram pages and a GoFundMe site to help pay for the legal effort.
To help pay for the legal effort. Again, she calls these dogs emotional support dogs. Emotional support, again, emotional support dogs are not protected by federal law, as far as I'm aware. They have to be a service dog. These are the most irrelevant of all these mutts.
Have their own Instagram pages and a GoFundMe site to help pay for the legal effort. They are emotional support dogs.
Ugh. You know what's really going on with people like this? Or at least some of them. I would say a lot of them, maybe most of them. Photos like this give you an idea. It's beyond weird.
According to court documents, the dogs are back with their owners during the litigation. The Venero's New York-based attorney Richard B. Rosenthal says the dogs were seized without the due process required under the U.S. Constitution, making the whole issue a federal case under the Fifth Amendment.
They have no respect for the Constitution. They have no respect for their own laws. This case is all about witch hunts.
Rosenthal says the county's ban on pit bulls is illegal and unenforceable because there's no DNA standard in the law for what a pit bull or other banned breed really is.
You hear that? He said that pit bull bans are illegal and they cannot be enforced because there's no DNA standard on what a pit bull actually is. That's the mind of a pit bull lover. And that's coming from a lawyer. That's coming from the attorney. No DNA standard on what a pit bull actually is.
In 2019, Prince George's County's council declined to repeal the ban, which was passed in 1997. In the year before that vote, county...
And what's with them constantly showing photos trying to make pit bulls look adorable? These types of images and these images of these dogs like this, it only appeals to people who have a low IQ. Let me just say it. I don't like denigrating people, but you have to be a low IQ. Your intelligence level has to be low for you to be moved or touched or motivated by the simple appearance of a pit bull. That is pathetic. And to be honest, these people tried to get these pit bull bans removed simply because of how the dog looks. They think it looks cute when it, looks a certain way. And that is the basis of all their motivation. Oh, it looks cute. Remove the ban. It's wrong. That's how dumb people are. These pit nutters, these people, their brain is the size of a grain of sand. All right, now, maybe you don't believe me. Listen to
County's
this.
council declined to repeal the ban, which was passed in 1997. In the year before that vote, county authorities reported euthanizing at least 400 dogs animal control officials said were pit bulls.
The idea that they can come, seize your dog, and kill it is scary for any dog owner.
Rosenthal believes this federal lawsuit makes it all but impossible for Prince George's authorities to enforce the pit bull ban while settlement negotiations are underway. He predicts an ultimate end to the ban in Prince George's County, but county officials are refusing to comment on whether they're continuing to enforce this ban or not. Scott Broom.
Man. How could you remove the ban? With all the information we have today, right now, bans should be put in place faster than ever. We have more information and facts on pit bulls, more than ever. This is the GoFundMe of that female that they are just talking about. Okay? They're raising this money for the legal effort, according to their own words. Let me show you something. Let me show you something crazy right here. Let's look into the mind of a pit nutter. Look at this. Yeah, the dogs were seized. Look at this sentence right here. We're working hard to get our babies home. They're not babies. And they're not your babies. They're not babies and they're not your babies. Make believe, fantasy, lies, constant lies. That's the mind of a pit bull lover. They are not rooted in reality. People like that are always dangerous. They're always fantasizing and pretending. Our babies. She actually said that in the GoFundMe. And she's talking about how they've had the dogs for a long time and that they'll have them for an even longer time until this process is over. Look at this right here. They said because they're pit bulls, they don't deserve. No, I'm not going to read. They didn't say that. She's putting words in their mouth. But look at what I highlighted. She said, we provided animal control with adoption records, stating that this dog is a Labrador Retriever mix, which is more concrete evidence of its breed than just visual identification. So she's saying her records, the adoption records, is more concrete evidence than visual identification. Do you agree with that? So she's sitting up here calling these things, I don't know which one is Bella. She's calling these things Labrador. Do either one of these mutants look like a Labrador Retriever to you? Labrador Retriever. Now, do you really, how can you trust somebody this dishonest? You can tell this is a pathological liar who will lie about any and everything. These are the worst types of people in the world. People who are willing to put other people in danger. Who will lie to have the freedom to endanger others. This dog has already displayed violence. It's already attacked. And she's still trying to protect it. And trying to protect it with lies. No, your little stupid records, they're always lying about, these shelters are always lying about these pit bulls, these bully breeds. That's what they specialize in. These nutters in these shelters, they specialize in hiding, concealing the fact that you own a pit bull, bully breed. All the same thing. I don't want to hear nothing about no mix. Unbelievable, these people. And she shares a photo of these mutants. This photo is her attempt to persuade people, persuade dog lovers into taking sides with her. Okay, so if a dog lover is trying to appeal to other dog lovers, let's be more specific. If a pit bull lover is trying to appeal to other dog lovers, this is the first thing that they'll do. They'll try to share some photos of the dogs, maybe some videos of the dogs. And they will make sure to show the dog in the company of children. That right? That's the rule. That's the best way to win over other dog lovers. Show the pit bull next to some children, babies. That'll convince other dog lovers that this dog is harmless. Now, which one of these mutant bully breeds she's trying to say is a Labrador Retriever? See how sick? This is so sinister. And this is a recent story. That article, that video I just shared, just came out, I think, today or yesterday. Down here, this is a baby. It's like this child just learned to walk. Here's another one. Pit bull alone with a child. This child has his hand around the pit bull's throat. This will definitely turn on the dog lovers. This one right here, where the child is alone with the pit bull. People, that's so dangerous. And it's all orchestrated. Where they tell the child, go lay on the dog, go sit next to the dog, go hug the dog while we take a picture. Adults engaged in something like this, they should have their kids taken away from them immediately. And they should be thrown in jail. And then their dogs should be taken and put down. Especially seeing that they're bully breeds. So that's the mind of pit bull lovers. To lie, lie, lie. Show off their endangerment. Flaunt and brag about how often they've endangered babies and kids. That turns dog lovers on. They love that. Oh, you left a child, a baby alone with a pit bull multiple times? Oh, bravo. Oh, you're such a blessing. This stuff, it really does excite dog lovers. The more dangerous of a situation you put children in, the more excited and happy they are about it. Like if you were to share a photo of a child with a pit bull, and in the photo you see that the child and the pit bull are far away from the camera. Put it like that. The further away from the child and the pit bull you get from the further you back up away from them, the further you are from them while you take this picture or record this video, the more excited dog lovers are going to be about that image. They love to see babies and children in danger, in grave danger. And that's irrefutable. That's a fact. I'm still sticking with facts. It's you dog lovers. That's the mind of pit bull lovers. Their mind is that they refuse to deal with facts. They refuse to deal with reality. This is what I've been saying the whole while. These people practice every day, all day. They practice being dishonest, concealing the truth, refusing to acknowledge the truth, acknowledge facts. They practice that so often that it's nothing for them to lie about any and everything else. There's no defending these people. So, amen, Judge Judy. Anybody who keeps these things are crazy. Yeah, that's just the bottom line. Now, yeah, shout out to whoever made this form as well. A lot of good stuff online about these mutants. While we're talking about pit bulls, don't forget that pit bulls, what was this, 2013? They killed 99% of all animals that were killed by a dog. Okay? No less than 95%. They attacked some 43,000 animals, killed them in 2013. Pit bulls inflicted 96% of the fatal attacks on other dogs, 95% on livestock, 95% on small mammals, 94% on cats. About 30,000 pit bulls involved in attacks on other animals. 30,000. About 3.2 million pit bulls in the United States at any given time. 2013, yeah, that's the year. One pit bull and 107 killed or seriously injured another animal, compared to about 1 in 50,000 of other breeds. Oh, pit bulls are no different. See, despite information like this, they will simply say that pit bulls are no more dangerous than any other breed, and they expect people to just believe them just because they said it. Right? That's exactly what it is. Completely delusional people. Y'all remember I shared this information? A lot of juicy information on this portion of the website of Kenneth Phillips. Less than 6% of the dog population is pit bulls. Yeah, think about that. Despite all this, they insist that pit bulls are no more dangerous than other breeds. Where are they getting this from? Where are they getting this from? I don't understand. I'm totally lost now as to what they're pinning this argument on. They say this so often that breed has nothing to do with it. You think they, would have some type of real research to back it up. They don't. Look at this. Y'all remember I shared this. pit bull owners are more likely to be irresponsible. Could that be a reflection of their IQ? Based on research, he concluded, this is a lawyer, he concluded that pit bull owners are more likely to be irresponsible. Based on the numbers, they're the least likely to have insurance. The most likely to have an unregistered mutt. Could this be a reflection of the typical IQ of a pit nutter? I think so. They seem to have a craziness, just like Judge Judy said. But you got to be crazy to want one. Some people have multiple pit bulls. You got to be crazy to want to be a pit bull lover. Something ain't clicking. Even if it's just ignorance, even if you're just unaware of the facts, you've never done any research, that's still a problem. Any bright individual who wants to become a dog owner for the first time and they think about a pit bull, the first thing you would think to do is research how often they attack people. It only take a few seconds. If you fail to do that, because you know full well that it's a deadly creature. So before you buy into the idea that its breed has nothing to do with it, do a little research on your own. Right? Hold the research up to your own personal scrutiny. If it passed the test, hey, get it. If not, so if these people haven't even done that simple research, that's a problem. That is a reflection of their IQ. It's almost like pit bulls are meant for people who have a low IQ and or some type of just instability. There's some mental illness going on there. A suicidal mentality that's totally numb, total disregard for life, other people, other people's kids. There's a dangerous level of instability there. And that's with anybody who wants to own these things. Right? Man, this is one juicy article. When they attack pit bulls, kill or maul their owners and the owner's family members or visiting babies more than half the time, over 50% of the time, when pit bulls attack, it kills or mauls their owner, the owner's family members, or visiting babies more than half of the time. Let that sink in. Rephrase that. Pronounce it in a different way if you have to. If it'll help you get a better understanding of what you just read. A lot of people, when they read sentences like this, they're so confused they don't even really understand what they just read or heard. Over half the time, it's the pit bull's owner, a family member of the owner, or a visiting baby. And they want to talk about, well, the kids are pulling on the dog's tail, on the dog's ear. That's actually, someone told me this today. Did I mention that already? Had a discussion today about dogs. Brought up pit bull attacks. And he said, oh, it's usually because kids are pulling on the dog's tail or something. Doing something to provoke the attack. And this guy wasn't even a dog lover. He's kind of, He's not a dog hater, but he's not really a dog lover like that. And he actually said that. So there's a thick cloud of ignorance over this country, over the world. And we can't be afraid to point out, most of us, we don't like to project ourselves as if we're on a high horse. We don't want to put people down. But I hate to say it, we're in such a state of emergency. We almost have no choice but to tell these people that they're out of their minds, they're crazy, and explain to them why they're crazy and out of their minds and how. Not just to say it. Pit bulls are the #1 dog killers of children. Now, we all know that. Killing more than half of the children killed by dogs. And it's far more than half. As you read the attacks, it seemed like 80%. Somewhere in there. Okay, just saying more than half, that's not specific enough. That suggests the idea that they only attack 51%. No. Some years, it's like 80% of the kids killed by dogs were killed by a pit bull. But yet they're no different. If pit bulls are no different than any other dog, why do they have such different statistics from other dogs in regard to attacks? You look at the attack statistics, why is it so different? Oh, because people are training them to be violent. That's a lie. That's a lie. So most of these attacks come out of homes of people who are very unlikely to be trained in this mutt to be an attack dog. It's usually some woman, middle-aged woman, a lot of times single, and their demeanor, attitude, very subtle and harmless. Quite often, these attacks come out. That woman I just showed with this GoFundMe, she's a good example. You look at these photos, you wouldn't think that she raised the dog to attack. But this is the norm. This is like how it happens usually. It's coming out of a home where people are not violent like that. They're just airheaded, zoinked out, and probably involved in a lot of other things that they shouldn't be involved in. Yeah, this is one of the best articles available on pit bulls. Pit bulls, #1 killers of other people's pets. We all know that, of animals in general. They're on the rise, absolutely on the rise, constantly. That's why it does not make sense for pit bull bans to be getting removed all across the country. How can you be removing bans across the country as if attacks are decreasing? That would almost make sense. If while they were removing these bans around the country, they also provided evidence that dog attacks are declining. And that's why we're removing the bans. No, in this case, attacks are going up. Pit bulls are still attacking the vast majority, killing the vast majority. And attacks overall are increasing rapidly, faster than ever. And they're removing bans faster than ever. Of course, we know they bite more people than other breeds. They bite more often than other breeds. Their attack is far more dangerous than other breeds. They're more likely to attack for reasons that other breeds won't attack. They're far less likely to abandon an attack, to abort the attack. That's virtually impossible They refuse to stop attacking. Once they smell blood, and that makes them more dangerous. Don't talk to me about any goofy statistics that you nutters bring up. I'm going to challenge. Pit nutters, get used to this. I'm going to challenge you nonstop because the pit bull lovers are the most arrogant. They're the most arrogant and cocky. Always trying to project the idea that they have the real truth. That everybody has been deceived. We're all spreading false information and that they have the truth. Okay. Prove it. Let's hear it. Y'all know you don't have any arguments. All you have is what you just heard in this news report. That there is no DNA. There's no way to identify what a pit bull is. That same tired, pathetic excuse. The truth is, most cops, law enforcement, they label any bully breed a pit bull. We all know they're not really trying to imply that they know it's technically a pit bull. But what they are implying is that it doesn't matter. It's a bully breed. It may as well be a pit bull. It has the same traits, the same bite style, the same temperament. So when we say pit bulls, we're talking about your dogs as well. All these block-headed, wide jaws, wide mouthed bully breeds need to be banned once and for all. I'm thoroughly enjoying the content from these other channels. Pitbull Victim Awareness is spazzing out. I think We Hate Dogs has his material back up. Of course, Chef still going in on these nutters, serving these nutters properly. Animal Uncontrolled, check him out. Also, is it Animal Uncontrolled? Animal Uncontrolled. Four-Legged Plague, right? Some thorough material being put out here. Anybody I may have forgotten here. I hate to forget. I wish I had everybody memorized so I could rattle them off. Yeah, this is crazy. Let me show y'all something else. And this seemed to be happening more often. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop this. This article surfaced today. Yesterday. 2 dogs attacked. 1 dies after man assaults them. Huh? That's different. The story is usually 2 people attacked. But no, this man just randomly
About an hour
attacked.
ago, an Arapahoe County jury.
Get out of here. Randomly attacked some dogs. 2 dogs were in a fenced yard when a man attacked them, deputies said. Huh? Now, I'm not going to talk about what the guy looked or nothing like that. I don't know this guy. I don't know what happened. You know, one of those dogs could have attacked his child. And then he finally found it. And he was temporarily insane. Who knows? A dog died after a man attacked it. And another dog in a fenced yard. Attack happened near blah, blah, blah. The dogs had cuts. All right. Deputies are looking for the man. He is said to be about 5'8". A lot of people are 5'8". Caucasian male. Look, we don't know this man. We don't know his issues. I'm not going to sit here and help you to paint him in a negative light. Y'all never do that after these dogs attack children. You never do that. All you do is protect the dog, speak highly of the dog, speak in defense of the dog. Just like with this story, with this girl and these 2 mutts that she's calling a Labrador Retriever. Those dogs attacked another dog. And what are you up here doing? Trying to help her. Gonna do a story on her and give her GoFundMe and all this. You supporting dogs attacking. And that might be why some of these people randomly attack the dogs. Because they see this sick bias society has with these things. Look at this. This is one of his mutts or her mutts. Bully breed. Look at what she wrote. 8-year-old Labrador mix. And this is that Bella mutt that she's been talking about. Called this bully breed a Labrador mix. No, it's a pit bull. Cannot stand dishonest people. Man attacks 2 dogs, kills 1. Now, listen, all I'm saying is, hey, this is an interesting story. This surfaced today. Well, I guess this article published it. I think it surfaced. The whole story in general surfaced today, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, hey, I don't know nothing about this man or his situation. And this man may have been traumatized in his past. He could have been abused when he was a child, and he might currently be traumatized. He could have been abused and neglected by his parents, who showed all their love to the dog rather than him. And now he's traumatized. And people, I'm not trying to be funny. That's the state of a lot of people in the world. And they don't even realize it. They don't understand why they're hostile towards their parents. They don't understand why they hate their parents and can't stand their parents, but they've grown up to have contempt for their parents. And it frustrates them that they can't figure out why. With many of these people, it is because their parents neglected them, which is a form of abuse, day after day, year after year, as they were growing up. If you grow up feeling neglected, feeling like you're beneath a dog, yeah, you're going to have issues when you become an adult. You're going to have them while you're still a child. This is bona fide abuse. I don't care what I will argue this with any psychologist. I know some of you dog lovers out there who follow this channel. I know some of you are psychologists. If not, I know for sure some of you dog lovers have taken psychology classes in college. Let's go. Why don't you come out, disagree with me in public? And let me be specific. I'm saying that this is child abuse. Being a dog nutter like this is child abuse in the form of neglect. You only want to show the child positive attention when the dog is around. Whenever you're alone with your child, you're hostile. You're dismissive. You shower all your compliments and affection towards the dog. Even if you share 50-50, that's abuse, that's neglect. You should under no circumstances be putting a dog on the same level as your child. Are you out of your mind? I say it's child abuse. And our laws should recognize it as such. And they will, in due time. In due time. I've gotten a lot of ideas from fellow crusaders. I've come up with some of my own ideas. We share ideas so that we can hold our ideas up to scrutiny. And if it passes that test, then we use it. I'm using this one. I've been arguing this for a very long time. I've spoken several hours just on this subject of dogs, the presence of dogs being abuse. And I welcome anybody who disagrees to explain why I'm wrong. Especially when you got these people creating Instagram accounts for the dog, not their kids. Twitter accounts for the dog, not their kids. Posts on a daily basis about their dog, not their kids. Sometimes they'll ease the child in there, but the dog has to be there as well. What a sick, very sick cult, man. This is the mind of pit bull lovers. This is the mind of pit bull lovers. That's why Pit Bull Victim Awareness made a channel dedicating the entire channel to pit bull attacks. Man, y'all have no idea how happy I get when I see successful anti-dog channels. I would feel terrible if I was the only channel. The other channels were not getting traction. Right? Subscribe to these other channels. If you don't do nothing else, subscribe. You never know. A topic might pop up that they deal with that you've been thinking about all along. We have to grow in popularity here. Man, Pit Bull Victim Awareness is putting in some serious work, man. It's like every day they upload something. Every single day. Pit bull owners fled and hide their dogs after the pit bull killed a small dog. I think I reported on that not too long ago. What is this? Springs man found not guilty of animal cruelty and shooting death of dog. Oh, bravo. Bravo. Oh, yeah, that's that guy. The 61-year-old. Said a pit bull attacked him and his puppy. 6'4", blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. He's found not guilty of animal cruelty. Good. That's the way it should be. Never should have been tried. Never should have been charged. That's an insult. That is an insult. So this is very good news. Not in celebration of a dog nut or anything like that. But we might find ourselves in a similar situation where we defended ourselves and then get charged. We need to see this type of outcome every single time. This article surfaced 4 hours ago. This is technically has spilled over into a random dog nuttery video. Oh well. Oh well. I will stay focused on the title. The mind of pit bull lovers. I mean, it's present in everything you look at, anything you research. If I'm not mistaken, this was a bully breed that he shot. Wouldn't have had to shoot it if it wasn't a bully breed. If it's a bully breed, if it's a pit bull, it's more of a chance it's going to attack you for no reason or attack your dog. This man was with his dog. And what do they say? Pit bulls kill some 99% of other people's dogs, other animals. It was a pit bull. That's why I got shot. What is this? I save stuff and I don't even remember. But poisoning of stray dogs. Animal rights, body to move. All right. 7 dogs killed and buried. All right. They're doing what they got to do. Too many attacks. Too many diseases. They're doing the right thing. Ensure your own survival. That's what it's about. Lakeview officials asking to have dog put down after multiple attacks. Well, shouldn't have took multiple attacks. You know, when they let a dog live after the first attack, You know, that's a disservice. That's an insult to the judicial system. It shouldn't even be necessary. Seeking to have a judge order that it be put down. How ridiculous. Stop it. Whoa. Now this article surfaced yesterday as well. How many people saw this? Y'all see that title? Putnam County neighbors resort to trapping stray dogs themselves. Trap stray. I haven't even heard this.
Stray dogs have become a constant problem for one Putnam County neighborhood. In light of 2 recent dog attacks in the county, people on Silver Dollar Drive, they're now calling for action. On your side, Zach.
Wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm sorry, people. Y'all could not see my screen. I'm up here babbling. I am babbling, just babbling. I'm sorry. Y'all could not see my screen. I'm sorry. That was probably the worst mistake I've ever made. My apologies. I was doing a whole lot of babbling. So y'all heard the stories that I was talking about, but you couldn't see them. My apologies. Totally ruined the live stream, huh? But no, Putnam County. Now, where is Putnam County? I have to find out where this is. It's in Ohio, right? Right here in Ohio. Who would have thought? Trap stray dogs. Okay.
Those neighbors to see why she is on high alert even on her own private property.
Every time that Emma here steps outside, she has to start sniffing and looking around for the stray that's been bothering the neighborhood. It's gotten to the point that Emma's owner has had to take matters into her own hands. Every morning for the past month when Susan Jones goes to let her dogs, Emma and Chloe, out, she has to scan her yard to make sure a stray black dog hasn't wandered onto her property.
It's a nice woodsy area.
Oh, stop. As if her dogs are not dangerous. Stop. Her dogs look more dangerous than this, and the fact that there are 2 of them, stop it.
It's not really highly popular.
They bend over backwards. They jump at the opportunity to project themselves as a victim. Oh, I'm such a victim. Get out of here.
And people just think they can come out here and get rid of something they don't want.
Jones fears the stray dogs might attack her pets. And she says anytime she calls...
Oh, your dogs might attack the stray. What are you talking about?
County Animal Control, she's told if she can capture the dog and bring it to them, they'll take it. It's something she's...
See, y'all heard that?
Once.
Y'all remember that other shelter said the same thing. They say you catch it. They don't want to come out and pick up no stray dog. If I got a home and there's a stray dog running around, you want me to catch it? Okay. It might not be alive by the time you get here. Most likely it's going to try to attack me. Then I'm going to do what the law tells me to do, and I'm going to shoot it.
Out a crate, took it all the way over there, 60-mile round trip. It was one of the dogs they had adopted out already. They had a chip. They knew where the people were, and they were about 8 miles away from where we are. So the dog probably didn't get here by himself.
With 2 recent dog attacks in other parts of Putnam County, that's not something she's willing to do again.
With what happened to the postal lady, I'd be really hesitant to approach any strange dog right now.
We do have a good staff at Animal.
Yeah, but you still in love with your own dogs. It don't take long to find stories of dogs that attack their owner. Huh? Why don't you give it a shot? They won't do that. They won't do that. They're smart enough to do anything other than research on their own dogs.
They are in a very tough situation.
Linda Young works with a group that helps Putnam County Animal Control with minor veterinary procedures. She says the shelter is always right at its capacity limits, and the small staff of 6 or 7 people always has its hands full. She's hoping a new shelter on the horizon will change that.
These shelters are so well financed. It's pretty crazy. It'll just be a few people working inside these shelters, but they never go out of business. You know, nothing ever happens. It's like, where are they getting all this money from? All that money from donations, little organizations funding them. This surfaced yesterday as well. See, they're starting to deal with this breed-specific legislation because we're making noise about it. People, y'all don't realize we influence a lot of the news right here on this channel. This channel alone influences a lot of articles that they write out here. Because this is an area where a lot of people congregate and discuss dogs. Just like they write articles on about posts that they find on Reddit. Why wouldn't they come here, join a chat room, read and listen? Of course they do. And just like several of them have been motivated to write articles based on Reddit posts, they've done the same thing with this channel. They just won't mention this channel, and that's fine. I don't care. I just want to know that y'all are listening, because I know you can't say nothing. You can't refute nothing. You just sit there and take this spanking. You all know it. And I'm not just talking about from me. The chat room as well, the comment section as well. If any of you, especially if any of you felt like we were wrong about anything, you lay it out in the comment section. You think to yourself, oh, I got them. This is wrong. They say this, but it's wrong. Let me, y'all, you dog lovers, you would love to be able to do that. Leave some well thought out comment and just destroy everybody in the comment section. You don't do it because you can't. You can't, nutters. And I think that's funny. Funny and disappointing. Now this is in Iowa. Okay, blah. While this law means to protect the public from dog attacks, it may not be the best way to minimize attacks and hold irresponsible owners accountable. Well, nobody asked for these attacks to be minimized. We want them eliminated. We don't want fewer attacks. We don't want any attacks. Simple as that. And the gripe is not to simply or exclusively hold the owners accountable. No, we want prevention. We want to be terrorized in our own country. And they mentioned the lady that was killed by her Great Danes, those 5 Great Danes. They say BSL was put in place in response to a similar attacks. BSL can refer to either restrictions, blah, blah, blah. Most restrictions aim to limit violent attacks by what deemed to be dangerous breeds, which includes people, blah, 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 based on the conclusions of the American Veterinary Medical Association. This effort to protect communities, while well-intentioned, is not effective. As we all know. Of course they were going to say that. Of course they're going to say that pit bull bans are not effective. And it's a lie when they say that. Anywhere they say that, it is a lie, a flat out lie. Any of you who work for the American Veterinary Medical Association, I'm calling all of you liars if you say that. Why don't you come onto this show and prove that what you say is true? I'm saying it's a lie. You ban pit bulls anywhere, you're going to have different statistics in that region than you have in other regions. But look at what she said. Y'all see it. It's the same rhetoric every time. That a dog's breed is not a good indicator of their natural temperament. Yes, it is. But they continue. They say almost any animal has the capacity to attack a human. But what may truly draw the line between an animal that threatens lives and one that saves them is training, behavioral history, and the responsibility of their owner. No. We're not trying to make the argument that other animals don't have the ability to attack humans. Right? That statement is in response to this right here. Almost any animal has the capacity to attack a human. Nobody is arguing that other animals are not able to attack humans. The argument is that they don't. It's very rare. When you get attacked by a natural animal, something other than a pit bull, other than a dog, if it's not a dog, there's a good chance you did something. That is when it was most likely provoked. So no, thank you. I don't need you, American Veterinary Medical, to make my argument for me. And no, what truly draws the line is not training, it's not behavioral history, and it's not responsible, whatever that's supposed to mean. What draws the line is what it was bred to do. They were bred to attack and kill. What draws the line is the fact that pit bulls have a more devastating, a more destructive attack. They have a unique biting style. You're less likely to come through unscathed. So don't tell me that that does not make pit bulls more dangerous. It absolutely does. And on top of that, they're more likely to attack for the most minor so-called triggers, more likely than other breeds. What are you talking about? You don't have to try hard with these people because their arguments are so terrible. People, these are terrible arguments. I know a good argument when I hear one. This defense of pit bulls is horrible. The same BSL applied to any domesticated dog applies to a service dog, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, yet another worthless argument put forth by all of these people. And look, the American Kennel Club tried to chime in. American Kennel Club opposes breed-specific bans because they are believed to do very little to actually punish irresponsible dog owners. Huh? So to ban pit bulls, that doesn't do anything to punish irresponsible dog owners. I almost don't even understand that. One breed can often be trained to be aggressive for fighting or protection. And as quickly as breed-specific bans come into effect, irresponsible owners will choose a new breed to exploit. So they're saying that pit bulls attack more often because they're trained to attack more often. First of all, you cannot prove that. You can't go around here assuming that you know how many people are training these things to attack. They are no more likely trying to train them to attack than they are training any other dog how to attack. You don't know. None of us know. So that's not an argument at all. You just assuming that pit bulls attack because they're being trained to. No, actually, pit bulls were bred to fight. They feel good. They feel high when they fight, when they kill. They were bred to fight fight, kill, kill, kill. That supersedes any training given by any human being. Because no matter how good they train it, the instinct is still there to do what it was bred to do. And this is the Kennel Club. I told you, all of their arguments is worthless. All of them. Now, as we all know, quite often, the owners of these pit bulls that attack, the ones that actually attack, quite often these are very harmless looking people, behaving people. Sometimes it's old women. I'm not going to assume that every pit bull that attacked was trained to attack. What are you talking about? That's not an argument, people. You don't make statements like that unless you can prove it. You do not take arguments like that serious. Trends in pet popularity come and go, so breeds that are commonly reported for biting in a city or state may be perceived as being unfriendly when in fact they just make up a large percentage of the area's dog population. Huh? So in areas of the world where 9 out of 10 dog attacks were by a pit bull, your argument is that, well, there are just more pit bulls in the area. No. Pit bulls, about 6% of the population in the country. And in every single state, they make up the vast majority of deaths, almost up in the 80th percentile. That's every single state. What are you talking about? Am I missing something? That doesn't make sense. You're just going to assume that in areas, let's say states, where pit bulls lead in attacks and all other statistics, that's just the result of there being more pit bulls in that state? What are these people talking about? Am I misinterpreting that? If I am, please correct me. But I'm not going to spend no more time on that babble. This nutter babble, a lot of it you just got to acknowledge as babble and move on. These people don't know how to make sense. They don't know how to be clear, lucid, nothing. Because they depend on lies and distortion of reality. That's why this stuff sounds so crazy. We're dealing with people who specialize in distorting reality. And look at what they suggested. Rather than a pit bull ban, the Kennel Club maintains that implementing community-minded solutions like leash laws and better animal control education are the best methods of protecting leash laws. You see what I'm talking about, people? I can show an endless number of people being dragged by their dogs, escaping a leash, attacking while the owner still has a hold of the leash. But the genius what I say? I've lived by this saying. Anybody who tries to justify the presence of dogs in this country will sound like a complete lunatic. This sounds like a complete lunatic, and this is the Kennel Club. Leash law. And what is better animal control education? Is that where you teach people about the signs that dogs give before they attack? Y'all been giving this out for free. It's all over YouTube. It's everywhere you turn. They're putting out this information. The dog does this when it's about to attack. It does that. They've put out more free information for free than could ever be sold. So why isn't it working? Why are dog attacks still on the rise? Everywhere you look, They're putting out information about dog attacks and how to prevent them. Yet dog attacks still continue to rise. That means this information you're giving to them is worthless. And this is a whole big con game. That's what that means. Professional animal training and policy making should be implemented as a proactive measure. No. Exterminating dogs. Far-fetched. That should be implemented. But when you're talking about bully breeds, I know you might, oh, that's far-fetched. That's unrealistic, exterminating dogs. But it's not unrealistic to exterminate bully breeds. We already banned them all over the world. And if nobody can own them, let's say all 50 states in the United States, nobody can own pit bulls. Guess what? You'll be forced to drive them into extinction. Don't overthink it. Driving these things into extinction is not a big deal. People act like it's some type of violation of ethics or something. No. This is necessary. So, more Nutter babble. I tried to dig into the mind of pit bull lovers. I heard from the poor pit bull lovers. I heard from the so-called experts, the more educated pit bull lovers, the American Kennel Club, the American Veterinary Medical Association. They all sound like babble. They all sound equally as out of their mind. What you read from the Veterinary Medical Association and from the Kennel Club is just as ridiculous as the things that this woman said. It's a Labrador Retriever. There's no DNA. You heard from the lawyer. No matter who it is, they all sound like lunatics when they try to defend the presence of these killers, of these child predators. 100%, that's what they are. Child predators. The most worthless organisms on the planet. It's hard for me to view anything as less worthless than a dog. But pit bulls are an exception. You know, you have dogs at the bottom of the totem pole as the most worthless and unwanted creature on earth. But believe it or not, there is something beneath the dog, even more worthless than dogs. That is pit bulls. Pit bulls are like a piece of excrement that somehow developed a brain. But because excrement is not meant to have brains, it's a very dysfunctional brain. So pit bulls are perhaps the dumbest of all dogs. They're definitely more worthy to be exterminated, to be banned and exterminated. They're more worthy than other dogs. When I say bully breeds, I include Rottweilers, all of them. There's really no reason why they should not be banned and driven into complete extinction. I know there are a lot of pit bull lovers who hear my videos, who read the comments. If you believe, like I asked in the community section, if you believe that these things are misunderstood, I don't even want to hear from you, to be honest. Let me retract that, because you're too crazy. I don't want to hear from you. Y'all not going to come up with no good argument anyways. But understand, it's impossible to blame a child for being attacked by a dog. I wrote that in the community section. It's impossible. You can't blame a child who is attacked by a dog under no circumstances. Because no matter what the child may have done, and they never do anything, no matter what they may have done, you forced them to be around dogs. You brought the dog into the child's home. That home is the child's home, not the dog's. Dogs are even considered property by the law. So you can talk all you want about the child pulling the dog's ear or tail, which never happens. You can talk all you want. You taught them to do it. No matter what, you taught them to be physical with dogs, and you, the one who brought the dog into the home. I will say this, and I say things like this trying to trigger these dog lovers, pit bull lovers, to object. So I'm going to make another big statement. You cannot ever, ever blame a child who is attacked by a dog. I will even let dog lovers imagine a scenario. You can even imagine a scenario. You don't have to provide a story or article or news report. Give me an imaginary scenario where the child was at fault for being attacked, where you could blame the child for the attack. Name one scenario. You can't. Because you're out of line for being in possession of the dog in the first place. So that makes anything else you can come up with null and void. The bottom line is you were stupid and reckless for owning it in the first place, bringing it into a home where a child lives. According to the law, dogs are most dangerous when they're off leash. Isn't that right? That's why they have leash laws. The idea is, hey, when they're off leash, they're dangerous. Somebody's going to get attacked. Well, guess what? They're off leash inside of the home. So inside of homes, dogs function at their most dangerous rate. They're most dangerous inside the home. And they have kids inside of there. Don't talk to me about any child doing anything to provoke an attack. You provoke the attack by bringing the thing into the home. And you're the one who should be thrown in prison and ridiculed and dragged through the mud. But it'll be hard for laws to do that because our laws have made these things legal to own and promote them as family members. This madness will stop. We are in the last days of this nuttery. All you nutters, and you know that. You who follow the channel, you know you're watching the end of this nutter culture. And I'm laughing the whole while. I cannot wait. Yeah, the Kennel Club, they need to get rid of it. And I've done this so many times. The stuff they have on their website and the American Veterinary Association, they all have ridiculous babble all throughout their websites. Like any organization that wants to be taken seriously, that wants to be viewed as a intelligent entity, you cannot support the removal of pit bull bans. There's no way you can slide that in there and still sound like a credible, intelligent. You cannot. And that's exactly what they do. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me. Dave C in the building, Magnum Plus. Again, big shout out to all the new faces. I see a lot of new people pop up in here. A lot of interesting stories. There are a lot of comments I need to get around to reading. I feel so bad. Y'all have no idea how guilty I feel sometimes when I'm not able to read and reply to so many comments. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. Like I said, a lot of my old videos, they're still getting a bunch of comments on them. But wait, I will be doing this. Someday I'll be doing this full time. Skull Kid, I see you in the building. Dillard, Mr. Dillard, big shout out to you. Dion, as always, good to see you back in the building. Sibby, shout out to you. Sethrick Baldwin in the building. Right, Serena, as always, good to see you. Mr. Payne in the building. Alien Drone Services, the captain in the building, right? We got Atlas in here. Stephanie Steffers, big shout out to you. Big shout out to everybody and anybody I may have forgotten. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a fabulous week. A clean, safe Wednesday today. And I hope you continue to do so. And I hope to see you back here on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.